What's up, everyone? This Lion Sonic fan here, and it is early in the morning where I am, 9:55 a.m. And the reason I'm recording this early is because my good friends over at Activision decided to release the official trailer for Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies around this time. So, yeah, here I am, about to react to it. It's 9:55 a.m. where I'm at. 5 more minutes, and then the trailer will officially premiere on the official Call of Duty account. So yeah, I'm just waiting till then, talking to you guys. Apparently the trailer has already been leaked, but I haven't watched it yet. Like apparently to YouTube advertisements it leaked early, so that's kind of funny. Call of Duty cannot have anything anymore without it being leaked somehow. And I find it the funniest thing that the official trailer to like what is probably the most beloved mode like in Call of Duty currently got leaked to a YouTube advertisement. Like that's the funniest thing to me. You guys remember when the Call of Duty World War II trailer leaked, and like it leaked like 4 months before the game came out? It was like 4 or 6 months. It leaked after DLC 2 of Shaolin Shuffle, like of Infinite Warfare Zombies. It leaked like right after the game got announced, and I thought that was like it's just the best thing. I kind of miss that. When Call of Duty games would get announced like mid life cycle of a previous COD, and then you'd have all that time to speculate about the game and see all this stuff slowly come out. So now it's 9:58 a.m. Just 2 more minutes, and we can finally see this trailer. So I saw the teaser trailer. It looks like we're dealing with a bunch of satanic stuff, which is really cool. One thing I hope is that this trailer is very reminiscent of the Cold War reveal, where in the Cold War reveal, they actually like had this huge thing where Craig Houston, the writer of Zombies, like showed off a lot about the mode, and along with other developers too. It was a lot of fun. So I hope they do the same thing here. I hope it's just not a 2-minute trailer. It'd be cool if it was like the Cold War Zombies reveal, where like we had all this information, all this insight told to us. If not, then after the trailer, we'll likely see a blog post with like all the insights and details about the mode. So I might go over that. A lot of people are jumping to that voice crack. A lot of people are jumping to conclusions and saying that this game already looks better than Cold War. I know Cold War wasn't a BO1 or BO3 zombies experience, but Cold War was pretty darn good. And to say this game looks better off of promotion art, I don't know. Like that's like I don't know. Like maybe the atmosphere looks cooler, but there's still a lot more we need to know about the game. Like, is it going to be really different from Cold War? Just how is the story going to be conveyed to us? What systems are they going to use? Right now it's 10 a.m. and it's like the trailer still is, and nothing's happening. So I hope nothing's broken. Oh God. Okay, so right now it's premiering and it's counting down. So final thoughts before the trailer comes out. Before like I finally watch it. I hope it expands on the systems that Cold War gave us. I hope the story is its own thing while also having ties to the story we see in Cold War, and maybe setting stuff up and giving us more context. And yeah, I hope the atmosphere is horror, is like primarily horror. And yeah, that's all my thoughts before this trailer. So let's see if any of that's confirmed right now. 2, 1, 0. Here we go. The show's officially playing now. Oh boy. Oh. Immediately they're bringing back the operator system. God dang it. Ooh. Oh, this looks sick. Okay. Oh, this cello music. Oh, this sounds good. Okay, so I wonder who that guy was talking to, who is likely going to be the main antagonist. Okay, so we got field upgrades in here. Alright, nice. That field upgrade actually looked kind of sick. Wait, that was a multiplayer map we just saw. That was a multiplayer map that was in the beta. What? Wait, we've seen these areas before. Oh, that zombie. Dude, these field upgrades, they look so good. Wait, one teleports you? Okay, I love the... Oh, that looks awesome. That looks like a zombie version of the Juggernaut that we see in the multiplayer. Okay, so we're getting a first look at the cinematic. Oh. Okay, that zombie looks great. So they have like the little symbol on their forehead. This definitely looks really interesting story-wise. So who is that? That guy behind him. Oh, that's it. That's literally it. That's the entire trailer. Okay, so there's a lot to take in from that. Not really, but somewhat. There's some stuff to talk about. So, guys, it couldn't be avoided. They're bringing back the operator system. That's something that we immediately saw in the trailer. That's the operator system that we just saw. They're bringing it back. You guys already know my stance on that system. I liked Cold War's story. They had some great side characters, but the lack of a main crew, I felt really hurt the story. And the fact that they're going the same route, I know it makes Activision just a little bit more money and encourages zombie players to buy the operators, but I mean, I don't know, that's just still scummy. The only thing that could redeem this, in my opinion, is if you could play as your Cold War operators in Vanguard. I think that would be pretty awesome. Like in Vanguard zombies, you could play as maybe Woods, like since you unlocked them in Cold War, maybe Samantha Maxes. I think that would be awesome, but I don't think that's going to happen. Even though Warzone, you can play as anything, or you can have any conquer, because like all 3 games connect to it. I don't think that the independent titles connect to each other all that much. So unfortunately, I don't think you'll be able to play as your zombie operators that you got in Cold War, so you have to unlock all these new operators all over again for this specific season. Loving the atmosphere. I love the satanic undertones. I love the villain. I love the way everything looks. It definitely gives me World War II vibes, but not as creepy or subtle, but still pretty awesome. It looks like what would happen if Treyarch developed World War II zombies with like the same vision in mind. And yeah, the main villain looks pretty interesting. He looks like a Nazi soldier who gains control over whatever Dark Eater artifact that he has come in possession of, and which allows him to talk to whoever like this new entity is. So a lot of people have been speculating that this is a old Dark Ether god. We knew from the Cold War zombies that there were a lot of gods within the Dark Ether that, and the majority of them got consumed by the Forsaken, which led to them going in size. So yeah, so before the Forsaken was a thing, which actually happens at the end of World War II, that actually might be how this god is defeated. Think about it. So if you guys don't know, Zykov, who is the Forsaken, ends up becoming the Forsaken, enters the Dark Ether at the end of World War II. So that could probably lead to playing an effect at some point in the story, because both universes are connected. So yeah, so this Dark Ether god exists in a time before the Forsaken was ever a thing. So that's actually really interesting. We get to see the Dark Ether and how that was. It looks very hellish. It looks very helly. Like it looks like it's basically resembles what we depict as hell. But one cool thing is that in the Cold War Zombies intel, you can actually pick up intel from a survivor within the Dark Ether who actually specifically says that what if the Dark Ether is what we theorized to be hell this entire time, and maybe someone saw the Dark Ether and came out of it like an old philosopher who then came up with the idea that and infused it within within Christianity, like as religion. So that's actually really awesome. Yeah, so this is a great way to branch out and try new things, like try new atmosphere, try new gimmicks without having it like not make sense in the story, because they very well can. Yeah, I'm super excited for this mode. I'm very disappointed with the upgrade system, but we did get to see some more stuff. Those field upgrades that they were using looked really cool. Not only that, but the specialist zombie that we saw, that little zombie version of Juggernaut looked really cool. One thing that really confused me is we did see the operators in multiplayer maps. I don't know if that was just my imagination, but I swear to God, they were in areas that we've already seen before. In fact, one area they were in with like the fiery windmill was a shot taken straight from the campaign trailer. So that's going to be a campaign level. So I don't know what they're going to be doing. I don't know if they're just taking campaign levels and multiplayer maps and like fusing them together for zombie maps. That's what they did with Cold War, but when it came to Cold War, they took campaign levels, which I thought worked really well, because like some of these campaign levels could very well fit zombie maps. But if they did decide to take multiplayer maps and have these be like round-based experiences, I'm not sure about that. But I did make a joke in my Vanguard beta event where I did say that some of these maps were so big it could fit a zombie map, so they might be taking my advice, which is kind of hilarious. And I'm serious though, some of those maps are so big they could be zombie maps, but yeah, I don't know what we saw. I don't know if we saw Outbreak 2, if they're gonna have Outbreak launch, like be something at launch so they can expand upon it as the season goes on, which I think would be pretty awesome. I don't know what they're doing. So yeah, that's just my initial thoughts from the trailer. It didn't give us a lot to work with, but I'm pretty sure once I watch the video, someone slowing it down, breaking it down one bit by bit, will slowly uncover new information. What I think is going to happen is that they're going to release a blog post about it, and they'll have all this information, all this topic about like what perks we're going to be getting at the beginning of the game, all these systems that they're going to be introducing, like they did with Cold War zombies. I hope we get a blog post going further in information, because we didn't get to see a lot from that. But yeah, it looks really cool. I like the trailer music. Yeah, it just looked great. Alright guys, I'm back. It's later in the day. It's 11:55 a.m., about to be 12 p.m. So apparently, there was a second trailer about to come out that is a behind-the-scenes look. So real quick, before this trailer comes out, some things I didn't pick up on, that I later picked up on when I watched other people react to it, and I rewatched it myself. Shino Numa's in the game. Shino Numa is going to be a part of this new map that we're getting, so that's insane. That's so random, but I love it. I'm down. We have specialists coming back. We have Ring of Fire. We have Shadow Blast, and other things that come in the form of swords. So that's pretty cool as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have so far. We have a lot of stuff to look forward to. It's now playing. I like it. A Treyarch production. Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. Woo!
Our partners at Sledgehammer Games have already revealed Call of Duty Vanguard's immersive campaign and intense multiplayer, all set in World War II. And now, keeping true to our zombies nature, Treyarch is back.
The symbols in the background. Hell yeah!
The studio responsible for bringing zombies to Call of Duty more than a decade ago returns to World War II, and Sledgehammer Games is Vanguard, setting the stage for a new zombies experience.
Yeah, I like this.
Offered the team at Treyarch the opportunity to introduce players to the Dark Aether storyline, beginning
with
opening the Dark Aether gateway at Project End Station. And now, prepare to face a new type of evil. And make new enemies. Prepare for a gameplay experience that gets you to the fun faster, all wrapped in a brand new dimension of zombies. In Vanguard, we're introducing a brand new zombies experience and a franchise-first crossover that builds on the Dark Aether universe. And today, our team will share more about the story, the lore,
yes,
weapons, and characters that will define the zombie saga.
Yes. Okay, so this is
Sweater Appetites, the world premiere, the new zombies gameplay trailer.
This is what we should have seen. This is what we should have had at the beginning. Like this should have been the trailer. They should have had the launch trailer inside of the behind the scenes like they did with Cold War, but okay. Wait, are they just playing the trailer again? They're just playing the trailer again. What? They're just playing the trailer all over again. Okay, well, I guess this is an opportunity to commentate over it, knowing the information I do. So yeah, so this is definitely likely going to be operators. The specialists are coming in, like the field upgrades are coming in form of the swords. Yeah, so I don't. So this was what they were probably originally going to upload. This is likely what they originally had planned to put up, but then they put the reveal trailer up beforehand. Okay. This should have been what we saw at first. Why was it revealed the way it was? Yeah, so I have a feeling that this video was what they originally was going to launch, but then instead they decided to release the reveal trailer before the behind the scenes. Alright. Yeah, this looks really awesome. Definitely excited for this new chapter of zombies. I still think that's the zombie version of the Juggernaut that we saw in multiplayer. Ring of Fire's coming back. I really wish I hope they have Aether Shroud, man. I really want Aether Shroud. That's like the main one I run. Yeah, this is my favorite part of the trailer right here. The cinematic looks great. The music fits. It looks awesome. And then this shot I'm especially a fan of. He starts walking and then boom, we got the thing behind him. Woo! I'm excited to learn more about this. So I wonder if that villain is Steiner. Think about it. Steiner was actually pretty young during World War II. Oh, death is only the beginning.
The team at Treyarch is pulling out all the stops to tell a new, brutal story that expands and explores the unsettling world of the Dark Aether.
Yes! I love it.
Will appreciate, but one that will be easy for new players to pick up and play.
Yep, just like the old story. The Dark Aether story that we saw in Cold War. Oh my god, yes. Derafang! That's the name of the new map!
With Derafang exploring the mystical and the occult, it was important to convey an unsettling and brutal feel to the world.
Sightlines
okay.
By piles of dead corpses from
German
soldiers, and it all comes to life, so to speak. In Vanguard, World War II.
I like that pun. That wordplay.
We really tried to bring a new experience for all types of different players, from current players and really to getting new players into the zombies ecosystem, right? Cold War brought Outbreak, and we've really taken the best mechanics, smashed it together, and created Vanguard Zombies.
Okay. So is Outbreak coming to Vanguard? Because I thought it was.
Of a new Dark Aether zombie story. The events of Black Ops Cold War brought an end to one storyline.
Yes.
Vanguard represents a new arc.
Oh.
Players have witnessed the catastrophic outcome of the science experiments at Project Endstation.
Oh, here it is.
Nazi particle accelerator that punched a hole through the dimensional veil and gave us access to the Dark Aether.
So Project Endstation is playing a part in this.
Each one linked to a powerful Dark Aether entity.
Oh.
The Deathless.
Oh, they're just.
Shadow, Nordicus the Conqueror, Invictor the Destroyer, and Belikar the Warlord.
They're just telling us all of it.
Combine their powers to our human operators through artifacts crafted in the Dark Aether, each granting unique abilities like Frostblast and Fire.
Yep.
Now, anyone who touches them forms a symbiotic bond with a Dark Aether entity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Possessed, except the entities can't control their hosts. They can only offer guidance and their powers.
Exposure to the Dark Aether also allowed
a symbiotic relationship. Interesting.
Enter Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List, a ruthless officer.
Oh, so this is the villain that we saw.
This was the group that plundered antiquities from around the world. Von List forced top experts to help him.
This is so much information.
And a demonologist named Gabriel Kraft. Professor Kraft's deep knowledge of the occult ultimately led Von List to these artifacts. Von List bonds with the most powerful entity of them all.
What the hell is going on?
The former Lord of the Dark Aether grants him the ability to raise the dead. And that's year after their worst defeat, Von List takes Devorheit back to Stalingrad. And he's going to raise an undead army, march them across Europe, and annihilate the Allied forces.
Okay, that's sick. I love this.
From the past war at the Eastern Front.
Professor Kraft sends out a distress call. That call is answered by Vanguard Special Forces operators. But they end up trapped inside
got the same operator system.
Seal off Stalingrad. They can't call for reinforcements. but they have Professor Kraft's expert guidance and their own unmatched combat skills. And 4 Dark Ether...
Ether Shroud, yes! Oh god, yes, Ether Shroud's here! Thank Christ!
Woo! Effects, the Deathless.
While these entities may be helping humans, players will find out that they have their own agendas.
Oh.
But it's our only shot at keeping the Third Reich from winning World War II.
Okay, that is awesome. That's a great setup. Soul of the Undead. This is such a cool setup. Okay, this is not what I was expecting.
Objective environments. Each location has a very distinct look and feel to the play space, so that no two areas will feel similar.
As players explore the realm of dark ether magic against the backdrop of Stalingrad.
This looks like it's gonna be a big map.
With so many different elements in play, it was important to establish unique visuals. It is a look that feels more grounded, something you can have nightmares about.
I love that. Hopefully, I want to get nightmares from this game.
Different variables, like summoning portals, blood rituals,
hanging skulls, seances.
When it comes to zombie types, we run the gamut.
We have your basic grunt zombie.
And we also have our heavies.
These big guys carry around miniguns, and those are the Sturmkriegers, or Storm Warriors. They are really hard to bring down, and it's hard to avoid them when they shoot. But we also have something called the Boomschreier, which means boom screamer in German.
These are zombies that will run real quick and explode in contact.
It's a wide variety of threats, and they all start to pile up as you get further in rounds.
This is so much information to take in.
While also building something brand new.
You'll find all of the classics, right? Pack-a-punch, mystery box, crafting table.
Yep. Okay.
The runes are something new in Vanguard. Dark Ether rune magic is the thing that the Dark Ether entities use to manifest their powers. That winds up being very important as the story plays out.
Okay, so this is gonna have the same feel of Cold War, but it's gonna be like there's gonna be so much new things. It's a new arc.
To enjoy this. Spawn into the map with your friends, jump into a portal, do an objective.
Oh.
That's you playing and you're playing.
Wait, what? The road grows harder. Is this Outbreak?
In Vanguard, we get players right into the action so they can start.
I'm so confused.
Fighting zombies.
I'm lost.
Of this mode, and it's what all our fans love.
Is this not going to be a round-based map? Survival is a choice.
Players start the game in the snowy graveyard of Stalingrad.
The forward operating base of our allied operators in Der Anfang. Here, the players have access to many of the upgrade machines they will need in the battles ahead.
Yep.
Players can't get too comfortable here because Stalingrad is still inhabited by roaming zombies.
Oh.
The area is relatively confined, but as you complete objectives, the map opens up, offering access to other powerful upgrades like...
This is so interesting.
As players complete these various challenges, they will open up the forward operating base to new threats and opportunities.
This is going to be so different.
Your Dark Ether enemies grow in power with each new objective, so you'll need all the help you can get. That means using traditional methods like buying perks and upgrading your weapons at the Pack-a-Punch.
From the perk fountains.
New means of gaining power through the Altar of Covenants.
A brand new system to zombies that randomizes every time you come back from an objective what you can purchase with a nasty sacrificial heart,
which can be exchanged at the
What is happening?
For one of 3 random upgrades.
This is giving me a lot of chaos vibes from how like mythological it is.
Or brain rot to turn zombies into allies. Or unholy ground.
Oh.
Times when you really need to hold your position.
So that's how the
Step 1.
Pack-a-Punch mods are going to be integrated.
All played very differently with the Covenants.
What is happening?
Find that when they pair up with a different Dark Ether entity, it feels like a completely distinct experience.
So you're just combining your guns, your Covenants, your equipment, the things you're finding in the world.
You can have freedom to be.
The track that's playing right now in the background sounds good too.
It's a different region with different inhabitants and in turn, different gameplay elements.
and with Vanguard
This is crazy. The world of the dead.
Moving to the world of the occult provided plenty of inspiration around the visual identity of the game. and it helped to shape the way we think about the map design.
We built zombies in the same engine as Vanguard. We wanted to make this unified with the rest of the game, while still have its own identity that is more fantasy look.
Okay, alright, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know what engine they were going to use, but now that I think about it, the Vanguard engine is actually a great one to use.
Burning windmill in Merville, which was actually part of the Normandy invasion. And they'll find themselves in the classic swamps of Shinonuma, which is a truly
Shinonuma
that our longtime fans will be familiar with.
Yep. My boy Shinonuma.
Dark Aether magic has allowed the team to really bubble up some interesting new ideas that we have not explored in past.
I'm excited for this. I'm really excited.
Really alter how the player experiences the various environments.
There's an objective called Blitz, which takes inspiration
Oh!
gameplay of just surviving, but this time you're taking the fight to them.
In Harvest, you hunt zombies who drop runestones that you can collect. Players must then deposit these into an obelisk called the Singing.
Okay, this may or may not. This is either gonna be really cool or really bad.
Weaknesses in the dimensional barrier to the Dark Aether. These challenges and eerie environments with dark.
I have a lot to say about this once the trailer is over. But I feel like this is the. Oh, I'm worried, but I'm also kind of excited. I think I'm more worried than excited though. They were fun, God. That's a fun name to say.
In exciting, fresh ways. Launch is really just the tip of the iceberg. Everything post-launch is going to bring new twists, new stories, new characters, brand new gameplay. And it's all part of Vanguard's advanced global progression system.
Is there going to be intel?
Player and weapon leveling, plus battle pass system integration. This is a whole new way to experience zombies. Welcome to Call of Duty Vanguard. Their unfung awaits.
Okay, I like it. I like it, but I have a lot of concerns. Oh man, that was so much information to take in. There was so much. There's so much to talk about. Okay, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just get straight to it. What the fuck? What? I don't know where to even begin. I don't. Okay, so. Oh my god, there's so much information. Alright, so the story. So we found out that there's so basically bad Nazi guy, I forgot his name, it's hard to pronounce, I'm sorry, teamed up with a demonologist, and together they uncovered the Dark Aether, probably due to the help of Project Endstation, because we do know that the main villain was involved with Project Endstation in some capacity. And this led to him finding a specific Dark Aether artifact that made him have a symbiotic relationship with the most powerful Dark Aether entity that there is. And so these characters, basically the good guys, these special officers, part of the Allied forces, who then has their own symbiotic relationships with these other Dark Aether gods that grants them specific powers that we see, like Ring of Fire, yada yada yada. So that's going to basically be us trying to stop the Nazi officer. That is fucking awesome! That is so cool. It's adding so much lore to something that doesn't even really need it. And Black Ops Cold War with the field, with the field specialist, it was just okay, you tap this, you shoot out a little weird thingamajig, and then that's it. But no, here it's actually very important. It's a central part of the story that explains how we have the specialist. And I'm actually kind of interested to see how that transfers to Cold War, because naturally, now that we figured out all this information behind the field upgrades, this may lead to them explaining maybe the little guns with all of that energy that we see in Cold War are energy samples taken from those gods, all that's left from them, or something like that. I don't know how it's going to be explained, but that's really cool. Okay, so that's what we know about the story. The story is looking really good. I'm really liking it. And the fact that the zombies are all the corpses of previously dead Nazi officers who are then being led to destroy all the Allied forces is really good. And they did strongly hint that the Dark Aether entities that we're teaming up with may or may not like be on our side. Like they have their own agenda. There's something in it for them, and I have a feeling that's going to play a huge part into the main villain, who's with his specific Dark Aether entity. That he may end up getting betrayed at some point. I have no clue, but yeah, this leads to so much down the road. Like I'm really loving the story so far. From what we saw of the engine, this looks really good. I kind of wanted to be set in Cold War's engine because Cold War's zombies is really colorful and I love the way it looks. But with the story they're telling and the game it's set in, and the fact that they want it to be unified with the rest of the Vanguard, the engine is a great decision that they used it and they put it to great use, because from what we saw in that trailer, the game looks gorgeous. It gives me so much World War II Zombies vibe. Because World War II Zombies was also very grotesque, dark, and eerie, and this is like what that's going to be, but just a little more insane with that Treyarch wackiness with it. I really like that, but I am very worried because this game mode, from what we saw, the Fong, whatever the map's called, I'm going to have to remember that name real quick. It looks very objective heavy. Very objective heavy. Basically kind of like Outbreak, but infused into a round-based experience. I don't even know if it's a round-based experience, because like we saw in that trailer, this road's harder. So what we're going to be doing is going to be like Outbreak, but on a smaller scale, kind of. You're going to spawn into Stalingrad, which is like the main pub, and then you're going to travel to different areas, such as Shinonuma, parts of the multiplayer. So that explains how we saw the multiplayer maps congruent with all the other maps, because some of the multiplayer maps are going to be new areas that you go to. And they also have Shinonuma and exclusives, like remastered zombies stuff that they have put it into an area. That is so crazy. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'm very worried because I don't mind Outbreak as a side mode, but the fact that this is going to be like the main core zombies experience. Now, what I do like that isn't a thing in Outbreak is how, from what we saw, the maps that they're using, the multiplayer maps and the campaign levels that they're pulling, look very zombie-esque. The Outbreak modes, the Outbreak maps do not look at all zombies-like. It just kind of looks boring, but here they look very like they look like it belongs in zombies. And it's also cool that they're not only pulling campaign levels to be in this new mode, but they're also pulling old zombie maps, old zombie areas to be new realms you can go to. That is fucking cool, because they can have so many possibilities with that. They're like, imagine Kino as its own Outbreak area with like a specific objective. Imagine they could use literally any zombie map they ever created, ever. That is crazy to me. That is actually insane. Now, they can't use big ones. Like, I don't expect Shadows of Evil to be an Outbreak area, but that still leads to so many possibilities down the road. Like, that's insane. That is crazy. That's oh my god. So yeah. But however, I play zombies to have a casual time, unless I'm doing an Easter egg, and to basically just chill out and try to go as high as I can. But then I'll also do Easter eggs a lot in case I want to challenge, in case I want to try hard. But what they're doing is they're kind of forcing the whole objective stick down our throats. And they said that Outbreak was actually the original vision for Cold War Zombies. So it makes sense that Vanguard Zombies is going to be like the next natural progression of like Outbreak taking over the whole round-based format. I don't know how I feel about that. So yeah, that trailer touched with a lot of interesting information. The runes thing looks interesting. Yeah, this whole thing is batshit insane. Not at all what I was expecting. I'm so fucking excited for this game. I'm not gonna have it at launch, unfortunately, but I'll just take that opportunity to just grind out whatever I didn't do in Cold War and make videos on Cold War Zombies, even though it's going to be old news and no one's going to be watching it still. Like, just do whatever I didn't do in Cold War, maybe revisit old games, to keep myself occupied until I finally get access to this game. Then I'm going to record it. But yeah, guys, that is literally insane. Not all what I was expecting. I'm so weirded out right now. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought in the comments. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please like and subscribe. And oh my god, this is going to be an insane year. Woo!